Hello, I'm Gabrielle Chana, Gail Chord, and welcome to my website, Catherine of King David. This is my memoir, and you're hearing Brent Spiner's music, Old Yellow Eyes in the background. This is his album, and let me tell you, I originally got it as a cassette tape. This is what I got back in 1991. Melody Rondo, editor of Data Entries, a Brent Spiner fanzine. She mailed this to me back in 1991. And at that time, I was getting mystery phone calls from a man with a very high-pitched, soothing voice. And I didn't know who it was, and it freaked me out because he was making love to me on the phone. And I thought, who is this guy? And I was at that time I was writing letters to Brent Spiner and Richard Arnold at Paramount Studios. And I thought, I didn't know who it was. So I went to the library and did handwriting analysis. This is all in my website. And you'll find it there if you peruse through my website. I have it in my story. And what happened was in June 1991, Melody Rondo sent me this. This is exactly what she sent me. This is Brent Spiner's Old Yellow Eyes is Back in cassette. I listened to that music, and the first thing that came on was Time After Time. I'm going to put that on. This is my favorite song on Brent's album. This is my favorite song. I listened to that music. You know, I'd heard that he'd made a new music album. At that time, I didn't know that he could sing. I had sent him a tape of my singing, and I listened to that, and I thought, oh, my God. I said, that music has so much class. I said, this man is awesome. And I listened to that music, and I thought, that's the guy who's been making love to me on my phone. And the tone, I thought he's in love with me. Anyways, that's how our relationship started. I heard this music, and I thought, that is the man who's been calling me up on my phone and making love to me. It was Brent Spiner. And let me tell you, he's a great guy. I really think so. That was 1991, and it's 2011. When I found out about Lori McBride in 1996, it put some complications in our relationship. Basically, what happened was I believe he was in love with me, and our relationship got interfered with through a major conspiracy. And you'll have to go through my website to learn more about it. But the love between us is so strong, it has survived despite everything. And the love that we have is so strong, it inspired me to write a novel, which is Silver Skies, which you can get through Amazon.com and other sources. It's on the internet. And it also inspired me to write this memoir, which is Catherine of King David, here at my website. You say, why didn't you go through a mainstream publisher? Because of the nature of what I'm writing, I don't think a mainstream publisher would publish this. So then what happened was I liked his album so much. I listened to it every day from June 1991 to July 1996 when I found out about Lori McBride. When I found out about her, I kicked Brent Spiner as a romantic interest out of my heart until about December 99, when I figured out that Lori McBride was a Vatican agent. And then at that point, I realized that I'd been too hard on him. Anyways, I bought this in, I'd say around 1993. I special ordered it for about $16. You can't get this now unless you want to pay a fortune. Here's what's, for the benefit of your fans, in case any of them are looking, this is what's on the inside. It's just, I really wish Brent would make this music available again, but I don't think he's going to. And it's for personal reasons. It's not because he only made it for money. I believe he made this for me. And I think Lori McBride has threatened him with tabloid exposure as the man who had a long-distance romance with me while he was having sex with her, though I don't believe he's had sex with her, if he wouldn't take this off the market. See, she finds this threatening because he made it for me. So, anyways, you'd have to go through my website. He made love to me on the phone, and I figured it out when I heard this. You have so much class, Brent. This music is awesome. You know, my personal opinion, I've been reading the critiques on your Oh Yellow Eyes is Back, and they're all criticizing him, saying his voice has too much vibrato and all this. You know what I think, Brent? I think those are Vatican agents who are criticizing your album to make it appear that you made an inferior album and that's why you took it off the market and that's why it didn't sell. It's kind of like my novel Silver Skies, which I think is pretty respectable, and I haven't made any money from it yet, which is kind of strange because I think it's a very good book. It's just that when you make some music or a book that the Vatican or the Jesuits don't like, they know how to sabotage your sales or steal your money. So, personal opinion, I think that music album is one of the best love song albums I've ever heard. I think you're better than the Beatles. I think you're better than Elvis Presley. I think that is awesome. He has such class. And I'm proud of his work. And I know why your album didn't go anywhere, Brent. It's not because you did a bad job, it's because the Vatican didn't want it to go anywhere. See, they were planning a woman for you, Lori McBride, and if people listen to that album, they're going to realize he didn't make that music for her, that he made it for me. So that album had to go. And that's why it's off the market. That's the real reason. Now let me play some more favorites on here. Another one of my favorites is can you hear this one here? This isn't one of my favorites, but you can tell the songs have a theme of a man who kind of like has a long distance love in his life. And the woman doesn't really know how much he really cares for her. So that's obviously not Lori McBride. It's me. So this is one of my favorites. Anyways, my main purpose for doing this is I want to let you know about the latest work I did on my website. If you go to my second web page called, I think, Brent Spiner's True Love, up at the top, I found that other tape that I couldn't find. So there are 23 links of my victim impact statement. And this is a tapes that I made for Brent Spiner to help him in his court case against Lori McBride. And I've got it on tape. I found all of my tapes. I had 4. 2 have been missing for like 6 years. I don't know where they went. But I did manage to find that other tape that I thought I lost. And then there are 23 links where you can hear a tape that I made in 2002 to help Brent in his court case against Lori McBride. He took her to court because she was committing crimes against me and he was trying to protect me. And then at the very last link is a written transcript because I had to take some portions of that tape out because there were some names I didn't want to mention publicly. So you're not going to hear the whole, some parts of the tape have been omitted to leave some names out. But if you go to the written transcript, which is on, at the very last link on that page, you can read a written version of it. And I also have some YouTube videos on the last page. So that's the latest work. And listen to that awesome music. Great background. So this website is basically my memoir. It's my life story. I started on it in 2006. I was going to make it a book, but I decided to put it on my website because I don't think any publisher is going to publish this because of the nature of what I'm writing.